All my smart friends are still single. It's amazing. They're producers of TV shows, they're stockbrokers, they're lawyers.
The quality of men in our age group is dwindling.
I'm 52, living single.
I've been celibate for about 8 years.
Never been married, no children.
Every week I'd be in church crying, going, Lord, I know I'm wrong, but I don't know how to walk, without walking this way and having sex, because this is what I know, and everybody's doing it.
I'm 45 years old, and I'm still a virgin.
I was envious of friends who were getting married. It seemed like right and left. And I was upset with God.
Where's my single ladies? There you go. Look at y'all.
We're the most unpartnered people in the United States, black women are, and perhaps on planet Earth.
There are more women than men. You eliminate the ones that are married. You eliminate the ones that are gay. You eliminate the men who are undesirable. And so mathematically, we have a problem here.
I've been living with HIV for 18 years. My husband infected me, came home, kissed me goodnight, and got in the bed with me.
They're not the stereotypical homosexual. They're not flaming. They're not overt. They are masculine. They're successful. They're doctors. They're lawyers. They're preachers. 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 Preachers.
I don't like being single. I want to be a wife. And sometimes when I come home, it's so devastating.
Whatever it is that I determine that I really want, how might I live if I don't get it?
I was telling a male friend, I'm going to get a dog. And he said, why? And I said, because I want somebody to be happy to see me when I get home.
I had a boyfriend for 6 years, so I thought I was going to marry him. And it didn't work out.
One thing that we as women cannot waste is time.
I look at the women I work with, and I watch them marry to a successful marriage, and I think, wow, what choices? They have choices.
The brothers, they would be saying the same thing. A good brother can't find a good woman.
It's just not easy these days to find people.
People are just not serious anymore.
What I want is a man that God has sent for me.
I even had a male friend of mine tell me, I had no idea that you were interested in having a man in your life. You seem to be having a great time without any.
Being single and being satisfied is a process. It doesn't come overnight.
I said to the Lord, I've done it enough on my own. Your turn.
Well, welcome back to Community Central. We have had probably a behind-the-scenes heated discussion, more so than everything. Hopefully, we're going to be able to capture it in this particular session. But we were going to Pastor Sinclair Forbes, and you were talking about the men's side of this whole thing that we just talked about in the first session. So let's hear what you have to say, and take everything for love if the sisters jump in. I just want to throw that out there.
Well, I just really wanted to kind of talk about what Sister Rowe just talked about, because I feel that, let me just use myself for example. I am a single male, never been incarcerated, never been gay, never been in any type of homosexual relationship with anybody of the same sex. So I have to say that I am educated. I do possess the qualities that what I look for in a woman. I possess those qualities in the same matter of like magnitude in a man. So there are things out there, and there are those men out there, I feel, who can meet anybody's level of expectation, and they are more than the status quo. So I kind of beg to differ a little bit, because I know for me and for my friends who are not married, who are under 35, no children, never been married, make six figures, make good money. And so, I guess I know for what we were saying behind the scenes, that my level of expectancy out of a female is so high that it'll take me a while to really get someone to meet those things. And I have found a few, but I found out they were bipolar. They're crazy. There's something that always makes me wonder about what Connie said about, is the degree as important as I'm putting emphasis on it? You know, and I have went back and have asked myself that, but that's my own opinion.
I'm not interested in what is out there at the present moment. What I'm interested is bettering myself, completing what I have to do in my life, getting my goals together, seeing as much of this beautiful country as I get the chance to see for myself, and then when I'm completed with that, like I said, or during the time, if any of that time that someone is, the Lord brings someone into my life, I'll accept it. But for right now, I'm not interested in what is being brought to my table. Nothing is that's just not for me right now.
Okay, now understand that. And I'm talking about even more so I guess for all the women. I want to say that. Because this is a great way that you should be thinking right now, because the word does say that he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. And it also says, and obtaineth the favor of the Lord. So that means when you get with the right one, things is just going to work. We're not saying that it's perfect. I'm starting to wonder, when it comes to relationships, though, is it that, are we at this point in the world that people just don't want to work at anything? Because the fact that relationships, marriage is about compromise and it's hard work. Is it that people just don't want to give anything to it? And this is why we're looking for somebody, and I don't mean to say it's per se looking for, but that we're wanting someone in our life that's like almost perfect?
This is from a conversation that me and my 3 best girlfriends had after we had our dinner date after Why Did I Get Married movie premiered. Okay. We went to see the movie and we had a 3.5-hour dinner afterwards. Very good discussion. And one of the questions that was asked to me is, with my previous relationship, do I think that he loved me the best way that he could? Because the problem that we have when we're dealing with men that were not raised in either a stable home or with a home with a father is, they're giving you what they have because they don't know anything else. And my answer to her was, I do believe that he loved me the best that he could, but it wasn't good enough for me. Not that you're a bad person or that what you have isn't good. It's just not good for me. And the person that your love is good enough for is looking for you. And unfortunately, I feel like of course I'm sacrificing, but I'm letting myself go because I deserve more than what you have to offer me. And it's not that you're a bad person. It's just that you're not for me. And saying that, we're still friends, not enemies at all. We have decent conversation, but it's just that it's hard to give what you haven't been given. And that's why it's so hard for me, being a single mother and raising 2 boys, to make them realize how important the relationship is with your mother, because that will, in your future, have a detrimental effect on the relationship that you have with a real female, in your future. And in the conversation, my girlfriend, she totally disagreed with me. She felt that if he loved me the best that he could, then that should have been enough for me. Well, he cheated on me several times. Okay? So you can love me, but if that's the best you love in me, I don't want that. You can keep it, So it's just, everybody's opinion of success and everyone's opinion of, what is good enough for you. And it's not that I'm better than, but I know I deserve, better than.
I want to know, what is it that the brothers are really looking for? Because when I see young women like this, I'll even say myself, that are really out there, that just trying to do doing the best they can, but doing a good job at it. What is it that y'all are really looking for?